Hello, Marky Dragon, also known as Marcus Eikenberry in real life, and I have another prediction, or something that I see in the market which maybe you can take advantage of. I don't think that I can, but I see it, I see the opportunity, and I'm going to share it with you. So, I've been doing a lot of live streaming. Y'all know that. And the media, the way that we used to watch videos, 10 years ago, was, on YouTube. YouTube was just brand new, and you'd watch a video and, you would, do your thing. But most people didn't even watch videos back then. Most people watched television. And we bought our DVDs, and we, rented movies on tape from our local video rental store, and we, consumed much of our television live because not everybody had a VCR. And then we kind of moved to this shift of our TVs having a DVR in them. And a DVR, amazing product allowing you to time shift what you're watching. I don't know about you guys. I record stuff all the time so that I can skip through the channels. I intentionally don't watch it live so I can skip through the commercials. Commercials is what I meant to say. And so it's a, that's kind of a jump in technology. Well, think about this. What's happening right now in how you watch television, or how you watch movies, or how you watch anything on TV is dramatically changing. Let me make an analogy of this. So what's happening right now is that we're all going to on demand, as opposed to having to be sitting on the couch at the right time to watch whatever program. And you think back in the day, those of you who are old enough remember maps that were on paper. And if you think about it, think about all the trouble you had navigating around and stuff, and having to use this map that was on paper and stuff, and what did the GPS do for you? Whoa, it blew maps right out of the water. And, so no longer, once we had GPSs, did we need maps, except as a backup for when the GPS didn't have the right information. And then comes along smartphones. And the smartphones allowed us to do all of this on our phone, have a cellular connection, real time, Google Maps, awesome navigation. Why would anybody go out and buy a GPS these days? Companies like Garmin and other companies that made GPSs, they've all moved on to other technologies. They still do, geolocation and stuff, but their focus has had to change a bit. And so with that kind of shift, we've totally eliminated the need for paper maps in most cases. And this is what's happening to television. So the opportunity here is that now we can watch, HBO on HBO Go. Showtime has their own thing. You can get like an Amazon Fire Stick, and there's all kinds of content on Amazon. There is Netflix, there's Hulu, and there's probably a dozen other services out there. But what's happening is that now you can get just about everything that you want to watch on any of these services. And I realized that the other day when we tried a free trial of Hulu. And some of these shows, there's a couple of shows that I like to watch which are live that aren't available on Netflix and stuff, and it's like Survivor type stuff, a couple reality shows that I like. But they're all available on Hulu. And I thought to myself, do I even need to pay for cable anymore? I have it for my internet service, and they've bundled a telephone with it, because without the telephone they actually charge me more. Kind of crazy, huh? Well, it got me thinking, do I really need that cable box? Do I really need to be paying for the cable service? I have HBO as an add-on. Gotta have Game of Thrones. And so, with having that, I can get that other ways. There's all kinds of ways I can get to HBO these days. It's available on Amazon. It's available, a lot of the stuff's available on Netflix, and you can get HBO Go. There's just all kinds of ways to get it. And so who needs the cable box anymore? So something happened a few months ago. And what that was is that the laws changed here in the United States so that television providers or cable providers could rearrange their bundles. And so you could pick and choose which channels you had. It used to be that they had regulations that said, okay, well, you have to offer all the local stations and some other things, which I really don't know all about that. But what's happened from this is that now we can pick and choose exactly what we want. And that has opened it up for us to now see something like getting rid of the DVR, getting rid of the cable box, and just using your Xbox One with an application. All of this stuff streams just fine over the internet, and so you don't need a cable box anymore. One of our local stations, you can tune in live and get the whole thing live, and it's not hard to do. The only thing we need to do is need to figure out the recording of these live broadcasts so that you can watch it later like a DVR type thing. And there are applications out there that do that. There's none that I've found that are super simple. And when you're watching television, it's different than sitting at your computer. So you say, okay, well, you just got to set your computer to go record this and everything. It needs a TV tuner capture card and all that crap and stuff. Well, you don't need all that. As long as someone, and here's the opportunity, can make something that works with the Xbox, the PlayStation, whatever else, the Roku, the Amazon, Fire Stick, Fire TV. Make an application that allows the streaming and recording of, say, a live event. Because actually, I don't know where you can get sports. I don't know if you can get football on demand anywhere, or maybe you have to pay, NFL or whatever for a subscription to that. But what if we have the ability with a remote, instead of with a keyboard and mouse, but with a remote? Because when you're sitting at your TV, typically you don't want to futz around with a computer keyboard and mouse. You just want to sit down and you want to watch something and chill. So if you can come up with something like that, then I think you have a big hit. I'd pay for an application like that. What would I pay? I'd pay $30 for something like that. I'd be willing to pay for that. And if you look at it as how much you're paying for cable television on your bill, that's the majority of my bill. And to get my internet speed that I've got, they required that I had this massive package of stuff. I was going to go cheap and I wasn't going to order HBO and stuff, but they made me bundle that in as part of it in order to get the internet speeds that I wanted. But now I just need the internet. So, and I've got a DVR. I pay $10 or $15 a month for the damn thing, just to rent the box. So if you could make an application that runs on my Xbox, or that runs on a PS4, or whatever, that I can just buy and use, and I buy the application, I buy the hardware, I don't care. I just want to be able to sit back and watch my stuff. And something like that, an application for $30 or a piece of hardware for a couple hundred, then I'd buy it, I'd do it, I'd ditch my cable TV and I'd move right on. So think about that. There's opportunity here. We're seeing this big shift. In 10 years, nobody may watch stuff live anymore in the same way. Who even these days, pulls in signals from the air? We may see a lot of television stations that just stop broadcasting. It's expensive. They have to pay for that bandwidth. They don't, not bandwidth, but for that airspace. They have to pay for that frequency and keep up the licensing and everything. And I think operations of a tower is probably pretty expensive. And, who needs that? We all have internet connections these days. Most of us have internet connections that can handle this. In 10 years, all of us should have internet connections that can handle this. And there you go. Opportunity for you. If you got something, let me know, because I'd love to take a look at it. I'm Marky Dragon. Take care.